In the past few weeks, I've had multiple instances where I was stuck on a problem inside Claude Code, and then I handed it over to Codex, and it was able to solve it for me. And the cool thing about it is I didn't have to change context or make a new project. As you can see right here, on the left-hand side, I've got Claude Code, and on the right-hand side, I've got Codex.
This is the practical version of being tool agnostic. The point is not that Claude Code is bad or Codex is better. The point is that your repo should not depend on one agent's private vocabulary. If the project knowledge is portable, you can move the work to the tool that is strongest today.
All right, so what is the problem? The problem is that Claude Code looks for a Claude.md file, as you guys know, and it looks for a .claude folder, while Codex looks for an agents.md file and a .codex folder as well as a .agents folder.
The clean mental model is 3 layers. Shared knowledge goes in normal files any agent can read. Workflows and skills can usually stay as markdown, but each tool may look for them in a different folder. Tool config is the layer you translate because that is where names, settings, agents, and invocation rules drift. If I were converting a Claude Code project, I would start small. Mirror Claude.md into AGENTS.md. Move reusable skills into the Codex skills folder. Translate only the agents you actually use. Then add a short note explaining which files are shared truth and which files are tool-specific wrappers.
And so think about it like this in these 3 layers. You've got your shared knowledge, you've got your workflows or your skills, and then you've got your tool-specific config. So shared knowledge, any agent can read that, right? So in here, you can see that if I close out all of these configs and all these things, I've got archives, I've got audits, I've got brand assets, I've got decisions, I've got all these other worlds, I have all these projects and reference files. Any agent ever can get in here and read that, and they don't have to change anything. And then you've got skills and agents, and that's where you have to just put them in a different place. These can pretty much look the same, right? Whether Codex wants to use my morning coffee skill or Claude Code, they can read it just the same because it's markdown. They just have to look for it in a different place. Claude obviously looks for them in the .claude, and Codex looks for them in the .agents folder.
The beginner trap is asking the agent to copy everything blindly. That creates 2 messy versions of the same system. A better prompt is, inspect the Claude setup, create the minimum Codex equivalent, preserve shared docs, and call out anything that cannot map one-to-one. That turns migration into a review, not a file shuffle. Running both agents at once is useful, but it changes the safety rules. Do not let 2 agents rewrite the same file unless one of them owns the final merge. Split work by folder, commit often, and make each agent report the files it touched. Otherwise, the speed gain turns into mystery changes.
And what I really like to do is I built this skill called session handoff right here, which I will put in my free school community associated with this video. So if you want that, join the free school community, link in the description. And so whenever I do session handoff, it basically summarizes what have we talked about, what are the active files, what are the active decisions, and what are the next steps. And I could take that session handoff, copy it, and then paste it into Codex and keep going on my work.
The handoff step is the underrated part. A good handoff is not a chat transcript. It is the current goal, the files in play, decisions already made, commands already run, and the next safe action. That is what lets Codex pick up a Claude Code session without guessing. My verdict: do this before you are stuck. Make the repo portable while the project is calm. Put durable knowledge in shared files. Keep tool config thin. Document the handoff path. And treat agents like interchangeable workers around one repo, not separate worlds with separate memories.